Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, He Restores Me. I hope you're well. I hope you are having a good week. Today, there's a special video about 5 lessons that I've learned by 25, because if you're watching this on the 17th of March, it's my birthday. I am 25. It feels surreal, like what, 25, halfway to 50? But yeah, I'm 25 today, and I am sharing 5 lessons that I've learned. So let's get straight into it. The first lesson that I learned that I think is very valuable is to desire inner peace. And that simply means when trials come, when hard situations come, don't think for an easy way out of a problem, but think about how you can have peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding. Because one thing is, God never promised that the road would be easy. He never said that. He promised that we will have problems, we'll have tribulations, but we should not be worried because we can overcome, because Jesus overcame. He overcame the obstacles, the problems, and because of that, He will help us to overcome as well. I had quite a lot of losses last year, people dying, and it was overwhelming. But now when I think about it, I realize that things like that do happen, but it's good to know that you can trust in God and He will give you that peace so that you'll be able to deal with it. Okay, so the next lesson that I learned is to speak to myself with compassion. I'm not yet there. I'm not yet speaking to myself all the time in a kind manner, but I think it's important for me to check those negative thoughts, find out where they came from, why I'm speaking to myself in a negative way, and try and change that. I've been doing that by trying to put reminders on my phone to talk to myself in a kind way, like to write down what I love about myself or good qualities that I see in myself. Try and change the narrative instead of talking about negative things and pointing out all my weaknesses. I know sometimes when you have a job interview and they ask you for what your strengths are, you start to think, what are my strengths? Do I have any strengths? But we all have strengths. We all have some positive things about ourselves, and I think it's good to focus on those things, not always just the negative, but also focus on the positive. And the third lesson that I learned is that it's good to practice gratitude. Gratitude journaling has become something that I love to do. I do it in the evenings and sometimes in the morning, write down what I'm looking forward to in the day, what I'm grateful for, and reflect on what went well in the day at nighttime. There are loads of problems going on in this world. There's lots of wars and lots of seriously depressing things going on in this world, but when you're able to write down what you're grateful for, you start to see that there's also some little things that are making life worth living. The fourth lesson that I'll mention is related to boundaries and friendship. I think with friendships, it's good to place boundaries. I think there's unspoken and spoken boundaries. If someone has said that they have specific boundaries in the friendship and you violate those boundaries, I would say you're not my friend, because I think it's important to respect each other's boundaries. I think with that being said, it's important to not have expectations that there are certain requirements that they should meet. For example, saying that your friend should call you once a week. When I think of friends, their world doesn't revolve around me. So I think it's good to think of it as a bonus if a friend calls you or if a friend wants to spend time with you. I think that means that you don't have unrealistic expectations. The last point that I'll mention of lessons that I learned was to prioritize exercise. I've mentioned this in many other videos about exercise. When you're getting older, you're more likely to come across certain problems that you may have not experienced when you were in your teenage years. So exercise is a great way of staying fit and looking after your body. I think I need to work on that still. I need to exercise more. We have sometimes sedentary lives where we don't walk around that much because we are working by a computer. And I think when that happens, it's important to still exercise, find a way to stay active during the day. I incorporated in my lunch break, I wrote take walks at lunch. I don't always get to, but I try and do that. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please share with me if you've learned any lessons in however many years you've been alive. I'd love to hear some of the life lessons that you've got. But yeah, I hope you have a good week, and bye!